Yo, who in here?
Here is an angle. Here is an angle most people have not seen. Look at Jada's reaction.
It was a G.I. Jane jersey. My wife's name out the fucking mouth. I'm going to, okay?
Boy, hell no.
Here is an angle.
All right, so no matter what, I don't even really care if people tune in immediately. I already know people going to catch on to the video eventually. But yeah, man, I asked the question on Instagram the other day. Was it yesterday? It had to be yesterday. And it was pretty much the problems, like what's a problem that you could change, like I guess to improve, like if to improve your music career, I guess you can say. And a lot of people responded with some good answers. Some of the answers some of the answers are more general than what they gave. You know, they were being a little more specific, I guess, to them. So, you know, I can understand that 100%. I think the first response I got was audience, which I already understood what you was getting at when you asked. I mean, when you responded with that. So to talk about the whole audience thing, man, it's an image thing. Like I don't know if people truly understand that it's an image thing. Like you got to be mindful of what you putting out there as far as your image go, because to be honest, a lot of people like the game that you used to seeing, people are attracted to like the trap boy mentality type of thing, like the average rapper look. You know, that's what a lot of people generally are attracted to. But you know, I think the problem is people ain't looking at how broad the music market is. You know, for Worth itself, it's got a specific market to it. If you want to say that, like certain music couldn't thrive here, whether it was good or bad. But you portray a certain kind of image, like the gangster, the thug shit. You portray that kind of image, then people eventually do gravitate to you. And I don't know why that's like the default in Fort Worth. Like I really feel like that belittles us, because I know a lot of rappers who ain't on that trapper shit, and they dress the part, or they look the part, or they feed their audience a certain type of thing. So overall, I feel like image is a major key when it comes down to building an audience, or building people who want to stick around and look at whatever it is you're trying to sell them. Quality is another thing, and I say this all the time. Like when it comes down to your photos or your graphics or whatever the case is, quality is everything. Like if you're not selling quality, people ain't gonna buy. Like that's just how it go. So you can't be on some great value shit when it come down to your image and the shit that you put out, or the shit that you give people. Like you can't have step when it comes down to that kind of shit. And I preach that, man. I've been preaching that shit for years. So trust me when I say I'm not just talking to be talking, especially when it come down to graphics themselves. Another thing is to improve the audience is to expand on your subject matter. A lot of rappers are stuck on this whole trap boy killer mentality, man. And it's like I keep explaining to y'all. Every like music has a specific market. There is no such thing as rap being stuck in like rock and roll. There's been those artists who were able to cross over or do crossover work, but by that time they were already too deep into it to not be able to do something like that. So you gotta understand subject matter matters, in my opinion, especially if your mindset is bigger than Fort Worth. Like you can ride all day off of the Fort Worth trends or Fort Worth waves, or the beefing and all that shit. You can like y'all can stick to that and see how far it gets you. I'm not too for sure that I can't name a lot of people who done made it coming up off of that. Hey, what's up? We got one viewer, man. Comment, leave a comment. Who's that? Who's tuning in? Oh, they left. It's all right. I don't expect these to be popping right off the muscle, man. There's some shit that you got to build up to, market for, et cetera, et cetera. And that leads me to my next topic. I kind of sort of didn't understand it at first, or understand where you were going, but then I had to realize who asked the question. So to speak on it, you were pretty much saying, how would you spin off and market your personal self? I guess, and detach that from the situation you wrapped up in right now. And it's like I told you, man, it's never too late to build a personal brand, or build a brand aside of the situation you wrapped up in. It's never too late. Now, I gave the examples: CMG, Bread Gang, Heavy Camp. Y'all know, like I know, that's Black Youngster, Moneybag, Yo Gotti, and they all, what I'm saying, they all close knit. Yo Gotti put them on. He put them in a position to be able to build their companies up. Like, so trust me, it's not an issue. It's not an issue that you start working on the personal, but it like the answer to that overall is to just start doing it. Ain't no need for you to put the personal on hold while you wrapped up in a certain situation, especially if the love and loyalty and respect is there. Then they're gonna truly understand why you building your own and still, being in that situation. Now, my take on it would be, don't give the same image you would give over there on that side, because at the end of the day, like, I get people, people thugs or people gangster or whatever they want to be, street niggas, they just rap. I get it. Like, I truly understand that mentality. I truly understand how that shit go. But at the end of the day, this shit business. This shit strictly business. And you have to move and think as such, especially when it comes down to building a brand. So you know your situation, and you know how it's set up, how it's run, the image that y'all putting out, the kind of content y'all putting out, man. Now you gotta think outside the box on the personal. The only catch to you being in that situation is you being able to convert people over at a higher rate than somebody starting fresh and flat out. And I mean, it's a part of the game. Like, you're in a good position for yourself, so it's safe to say that you won't have no problems building a personal brand, but you can't put it on hold at the same time with being in a situation. You gotta put some effort or some energy into that. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. So, personal brand, make it different, make it look different than what you already in right now, and I feel like that'll help you. That'll help you get there quicker. Good conversion rate because you already tied into the people you tied into. So, you can look at it how you want to. I say get started on it. Don't put the personal brand on hold for nobody, because at the end of the day, you're gonna need something to fall back on. It's like going to college and not having a major, but you play sports, you get hurt. Sports was your biggest thing. Now you suck at school. You see what I'm saying? Like, go ahead and get the personal started. Now, another answer to the question was exposure and interviews, which even just reading them words. What's up, CJ? Even reading those words on the exposure and the interviews, like, I get it. I truly understand that like, these are things that you want to strive for, but those are too specific. I feel like if you dumb it down, what I would think is marketing, and it's like I was saying with the whole marketing thing, man, you can pay for marketing. You can do it yourself. You can do ads. You can do, you can do influencer marketing. You have to do the research to figure out what kind of marketing you want to do, or what kind of money you can invest into, what type of marketing you can invest it into. But really, if you do some research, you'll see that it'll be a lot easier for you to try to teach yourself, how to run ads, or teach yourself how to build a strategy that's going to work for you in your campaign. Like, I feel like there's enough information out there for you to piece it all together. And I ain't even gonna lie, I'm big on the whole research. Yeah, you can say that, CJ. Definitely free game. Definitely free game. I asked a question on my Instagram the other day, or yesterday. I keep saying the other day. And I got like 5 or 6 responses to it. So this is pretty much the whole point of this live stream, is to try to get more in depth on the answers that they gave me. But back to the whole marketing thing, man. You can find you an agency. There's a bunch of marketing agencies out there right now, to be honest with you. Social media marketing, music marketing, really any kind of marketing shit. It's just as dope as real estate. Like, you can play a real estate game. It takes marketing to do that. It takes advertising and putting the money into whatever you decide, like ads. Like I said, ads, influencers. It just depends. At the end of the day, it's a pay-to-play game. Like, organic reach is dead in most cases. Like, I think TikTok, Instagram Reels, the long format content, those platforms have a way better organic reach than any other platform. Even Instagram tough on us right now. So, you got to play the game how it's been, like how they playing it right now. And I keep saying shit gonna change. Shit always changing. Ain't nothing the same. It's not go out here and pass out your CD no more. And y'all been knew this. Y'all understand how this shit go. So sharing it to your timeline, for example, there's a lot of people not seeing that shit. Y'all know this. Like, this is not something I even have to sit here and try to explain, because I know for a fact that people notice this bit of information, man. So do some research. Get on YouTube and ask those specific questions. Like, if I got a question, I'm looking it up flat out. I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure it out myself. And if I know somebody who knows how to do something, I'm surely gonna ask them, at least try to pick their brain a little bit and try to learn something, man. I know some people who are very successful at running ads, and I've seen it do wonders for them. Granted, they spent some money, but in return, they got a good return on their investment. It's safe to say that. Now, YouTube, Google Ads, stuff like that, they go. Of course, they hand in hand. It's all Google shit. But YouTube is, like I said, is very powerful when it comes down to spending some money. You want to spend some money, YouTube is the way to go. Those ads, depending on how you set them up, like I said, there's research out there for that. But depending on how you set them up, man, YouTube is a good platform to try to niche down on, like, no ifs, ands, and buts. Like, you need to be building that YouTube channel, especially as an artist. Now, like regular music, like music with the graphic playing type shit, like that shit ain't going. That shit ain't going at all. But you can pay attention to like famous YouTubers. My idea would be vlog. Pick up a camera. Don't be afraid to get up on camera and actually vlog. Especially if you always doing something or you always in the mix or whatever the case is, man. Pick up a fucking camera. I think Young and Ace, him and his girl, got a YouTube channel. It's the only rapper I could think of other than like DDG or something. But that nigga started on YouTube. But moral of the story is, man, it's content, especially when it comes down to these platforms. YouTube is the way to go. There are other platforms to pay you pretty good for, whatever you decide to put on them. But hell, all of them are monetized. I can't even say they're not. Like, Instagram's monetized, Facebook's monetized, YouTube monetized. Like, that's 3 different sources of income right there. That's crazy. That's crazy. And there's more. I know there's way more platforms to make money off of, but we'll deal with that conversation later, man. Another response I got was investing in studio equipment. And I'm going to make this brief because, to each his own, especially when it comes down to investing. Investing in equipment is smart. It's worth the investment, especially if you can make music consistently. But you definitely have to understand that it's not an overnight process, especially when it comes down to recording yourself, mixing and mastering, any of that shit. None of that shit is an overnight process. Like, there's some shit that's gonna take some time for you to learn, But it's like I tell one of my brothers all the time, show me you that serious by making moves without having to get that approval. Go get the equipment. If it's been on your mind and you done touched enough money to try to go get it a couple times, go get it. Don't even waste your time. Like, it shouldn't even be a debate. Don't put it off. Them shoes ain't that important. Go invest in that goddamn equipment. I got a couple of partners who done already invested in equipment. I can't even say a couple of partners. Hell, damn near anybody I know who do music, they invested in their equipment. So it's safe to say that that shit is worth the investment. Like, no offense, but you can monetize it. You might have homeboys who do music. Monetize that shit, charge them, and make the equipment pay for itself. Like, that's what I would do. That's the smart route for me. But I done bought plenty of studio setups, so like, it's overstood. It's overstood in that category. The equipment is worth the investment, especially if you get off some selfish-minded shit and sell the service. Like, record people, let them know you're not the best at mixing and mastering. You got somebody, find somebody, send it off, outsource that part of it. Other than that, teach yourself how to mix and master. But I mean, I wish I would have got more answers. I ain't even gonna lie. Somebody tuned in. Comment. What's up? How you doing? I'm trying to get on this live streaming shit. I promise the next camera. I ain't gonna say the next camera because I got the camera. But I promise the quality of the stream is gonna get better. As well as this shit behind me. I came in the garage. It's quiet. Ain't nobody out here, as y'all can see. But man, that's just like I said, to sum up the whole question I asked, man. I feel like I can go into depth. I can keep going, to be honest. Like, we can keep having this conversation about everything. I wish I would have got more engagement on that, but I ain't doing no tripping, man. I feel like it's gonna come with time, just like anything else we do. Hell, I got videos that do numbers. I got videos that don't do numbers, you know. But I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all gonna catch this shit after the fact, man. So make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna start dropping a lot more questions. I feel like people need the answers to a lot of shit, and I'm even start backing my questions up with some research and bringing that shit out so people can actually see that. Okay, well, he put a little energy into trying to figure this problem out. So, with that being said, man, it's your boy Twin. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so y'all catch these live streams, man. I'll fuck around, go live again today, tonight, tomorrow. I don't know. I actually got a video I need to be working on, so I'm gonna go focus on that, man. But until next time, it's your boy Twin, and I'm out.